What up guys, this is the Duelist, and I'm here with another narrated battle. This one is from Glue714's channel. He posted this video, and it's between two guys. I don't know really who they are, but I know the guy on the left side is playing a Fire Nature deck, it's an aggro deck, and the guy on the right is playing a Fire Darkness deck, which I'm not quite sure what it is, but it seems to be evolving around destruction and speed attackers. So anyhow, the guy to the right leaves off with a Bloody Skeeto, which is a great opening card, especially against aggro, which is really good to just have this guy out in the beginning, because he can sack some of the more mediocre creatures that the aggro deck might be able to play early game. And I think if any deck is actually gonna be very good effective against aggro, it is this kind of destruction, speedy kind of deck. Because it can use destroy Cockpelons and the Bajolas and such. The guy to the right summons Powerful Magnus and starts putting some early pressure, and that's exactly what you need to do on aggro. So the aggro guy does what every aggro deck really has to do, and summon Cockpelon. And yeah, so pretty standard opening so far from the aggro and from the other guy rush deck, whatever it is. So he's just gonna drop the Magnus again and keep going for shields. Yeah. The guy to the left is gonna summon something. Yes, he is. He's going to summon. Oh, I don't remember that thing's name. It's Speed Attacker, it Rexa Blocker, and Double Breaker. It's an Arm Dragon. So he breaks for 2 shields, and the guy to the right goes for Proclamation of Death, and that card is really bad, in my opinion. I don't like it at all. I don't know, just you could have had a Terror Pit there instead. You could easily replace that with 4 Terror Pits. I mean, I'm sure the guy to the right is running Terror Pit, but I don't see any reason for running Proclamation of Death. It's a very bad card, especially against control. It's just horrible against control. But the guy to the right is summoning Cursed Pincer and Mercy Twister, and that Cursed Pincer is exactly what he needs, because that's gonna make the aggro deck really hesitant, and the aggro deck really doesn't want to attack. And I mean, just having an Dragon Bajola hanging out on your side of the field, not doing anything, that's not the best case scenario for you. So guys to the left is just gonna summon another Cockpelon. That's not Cockpelon, that's Cocolupia. What am I talking about? Oh, this is horrible. Anyway, the guy to the right is summoning out another Mercy Twister. And the guy to the left, the aggro deck guy, is summoning Bronze Arm Tribe, which is really good in aggro decks, because yeah, you could just use some of those some of that extra mana. And then he soul swaps that cursed pincer, with Immortal Baron Ward, and that's a pretty good trade. In my opinion, soul swap is a very broken card, just because of the versatility you can have with it. You can either swap one of your own creature or one of your opponent's creature. Either way, you're probably just gonna do it for your own best sake. So I mean, it's so cheap, 3 mana, that's nothing. I love Soul Swap, it's a great card, and if I were playing Nature, I would probably run 3 of those, because 4 is kind of an overkill, but 3 really is a good card. I mean, it's a good fit in any deck. So the guy to the right is just gonna attack with Mortal Baron Ward on the shield, and he's applying good pressure, which I think in the end would really pay off against an aggro deck player. And right there he got Tornado Flame, and he wrecked one of those Marus, but it really doesn't matter, because Marus is a one blocker with 1,000, so I mean, and what he really could have done in this situation, no, I'm just kidding, it was a stupid idea. Alright, so here comes the thing we've all been waiting for, the Umber Dragon Bajola. He's just gonna wreak havoc, and he's gonna block with Marus, which I don't think was a very spectacular move. So he's just gonna sack 2 mana because of Bajola's Uber effect, and then here comes the Bronze Arm Tribe taking out. Oh, he probably should have blocked there like he did, because otherwise he wouldn't have any shields left. And here goes the Zombie Carnival, and for some reason this guy chooses Living Dead so he can get back both his Mercy Twister, which I don't like that move. I don't like it at all. If he would have chosen Cursed Pincer, he could have hold that Bajola off for a very long time in order to be able to react and counter that Bajola. So I would much rather have seen him going for the Cursed Pincer instead of going for those 2 Marus, which is just gonna sure they're gonna be 2 blockers that can stop him, but really it doesn't matter, because as long as Majula can keep attacking, it's good game. Because he only has 2 more turns, then he will be out of all mana and all hope. And yeah, I really don't know why he shows those. I think it was a kind of stupid move. Mortal Baron Void attack from Tribe, and that's a better move. But it really, I don't like that move at all. So Bajula is gonna go for another shield. I mean, all the other shields, and he's gonna block with Meta Ooze and lose 2 more mana cards. And from here on, it's good game. He can't come back from this unless he has like 2 Terror Pits in those shields. And I really think he'll be able to come back then, because look, he has no mana, and it's just looking very, very dark for the play to the right, and that just shows the strength of Uberdragon Bajula, how good it really is. It's an amazing card, and it's pretty it's pretty self-explained why it's at 1, because that thing is just gonna destroy you. If I mean, in some case scenarios, if you where were I? Yeah, in some scenarios, you pretty much know, if you look at your hand, your grave, your field, and your phone drops on a Bajula. In some scenarios, you can just be like, yeah, it's a good game, I can't win. And especially on decks that don't run like Surfers or Terror Pits, light decks just gets obliterated by that thing. It's not even fun. And yeah, he's just gonna go for game, and then there's a random guy at the end of the video. Yeah. Well, that's it for me.